Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Keynote 2. Today, I'm going to tell you a story about what we've been doing the past few years and the story of how did E&, go for more. But before we start, let me show you something. Have a look at this.
Good morning. Today feels like a day for more. And lights on. And with E&, at my side, I can go for more. Because E&, is Etisalat and so much more.
More convenience? Thank you.
More skills to unlock? Let's do it.
More AI.
Keep going, Ismail.
Get more charge and more go. With more ways to pay.
And more games to play than ever before.
And you know you want more for your business. Well, they give you that too. Get more calls and more connections. Here, there.
Wherever you go. With more ways to go, wherever and easier than ever.
And at the end of the day, I can watch more of my favorite sports or more series and shows.
All that with more speed than ever before.
So there you have it.
E&, brings you so much more.
More tech.
More entertainment.
More mobility.
More business solutions.
And more connectivity.
Always doing more so you can be more. E&, go for more.
You know what's amazing? That a few years back, none of these services were there. At least were not part of our portfolio. Today, all of these services you've seen in our advertising are there, with the exception of the flying drones, which I promise you will be coming very soon. Beyond connectivity, convenience, entertainment, business transformation, mobility solutions, we're going for more. That is what expanding value creation in a telco looks like. Let me tell you the story of reinvention amidst disruption, transforming E&, and going for more. Flashback 4 years ago, we were already on top of the world. Fastest mobile network in the world, highest fiber penetration. We're a leading telco, having market leadership in many of our markets, loyal customers, loved brand, which I know in our industry is not very usual, and a legacy of almost 50 years. So why do we start again? Why risk everything to change everything? Our structure, our culture, even our brand, even the name. Simple. Sand shifting beneath our feet. The telco industry has been facing immense disruption for the past 20 years, a disruption that is now beyond all recognition. The rise of the Techcos. Let's rewind to 2010 and think of a pool of the 25 top telcos in the world and the top 8 tech companies, and look at them from a market cap perspective. In 2010, the majority of that market cap was the telcos. We fast forward 2020, the telcos' share of that market cap, which have become 9.8 trillion, has really grown. Telco share is 18%. Fast forward again to today, the telcos are less than 10%. We have lost a lot of value in the market. The technology world has been growing immensely, and we were not capturing a fair share of that growth. We have huge cost structure, massive investments, and the returns are not always rewarding. And I think in the morning keynote, there was quite a lot about this. We were hit hard by OTTs. I remember early in the industry, even before mobile internet, when SMS used to be the killer app. We used to make messaging revenue. We used to make voice revenue. All this over the years got disrupted by over-the-top players, to the point that today, a lot of telcos around the world are reduced to being a pipe of packets, just carrying data across their networks. And competition is not staying still. They have the scale, they have the investment to go and disrupt us even further. Then came the pandemic. And the pandemic was a time when we realized still that pipe is very important. And Sunil mentioned that in his presentation, when the world didn't stop because of the infrastructure that we have all been building across the world. And people were able to continue to work and study using our networks. But it was a time for us to think, what are we going to do next? How can we learn from this and do something different? And remember, we come from a very ambitious place. The sky is not the limit. Staying put is not an option. We're inspired by being based in the United Arab Emirates. And I think many of you have visited the country and have seen how it has transformed a lot during the past 50 years. So 189 million customers from the telco side. We're expecting more. So we have to look into how we can replace our solutions and services with better ones. So it's a fork in the road. Continue to do the same, continue being the pipe, or really go on the wild path of doing something different. We saw a future full of potential, where connectivity is still very relevant, but borders are irrelevant, and that's what the OTTs do, where we can really do things using now the new technologies, AI, automation, hyper-personalized experiences, and offer our customers much more. In a world where just infrastructure is not enough, it's the platform-led, software-led, AI augmentation that can change the way we offer our services. Really tech powering the business. So the first challenge was how to change perception. We have been a telco for so long. How to decouple our brand, which by the way means in Arabic telecommunication. So our brand is a generic name for telecommunication. Our logo is a wave coming out of a satellite dish. So we were sending the wrong signals. So the answer to that was to change the brand. Risky. We have a long heritage, we have a lot of brand equity, but we had to be bold. So in 2022, we rewrote the narrative. New name, logo, proposition, and we announced a new strategy. Not just Etisalat and tech, and AI, and convenience, and entertainment, and business transformation, and mobility, and much more. So that was the birth of eAnd, really putting cutting-edge tools and tech in the hands of our customers, empowering them to go for more. But leaping from a telco to Techco is just not a brand name. It's a lot more than that. So we had to focus on our core, but think of what else can we do. We had to get the basics right. Make sure that we continue to focus on what we do every day, connecting people reliably with great quality, but having new services. So we carved out 5 new verticals for the company. So from being a telco to having similar to an airport with 5 runways where we can do things at the same time. Verticals that operate with flexibility, accountability, even separate legal entities, and supported by some group functions. And we're going to talk about these verticals now. So the first of them is our home market in the United Arab Emirates, eAnd UAE, our undisputed champion, which has thrived throughout our transition. It's also the sandbox for exploring bold new ideas. It's the first in the world for fiber penetration. We have the fastest mobile speeds in the world for many years. We have over 900 AI use cases active at the moment in the business. We were the first to launch fully autonomous AI-powered mobile stores a year and a half ago, and now we have 2 of those stores fully functioning. Whoever visits the UAE is more than welcome and come and visit these stores. We have also built the largest energy 5G private network in the world. A lot of achievements. But beyond telecommunication, we have built a digital marketplace. We have turned our Smiles loyalty platform into a lifestyle platform. We offer food and grocery delivery, e-learning, gaming, smart homes, EV charging in a world where more people are moving to EVs, and more. The second vertical we have, EN Enterprise. And EN Enterprise is not the enterprise part of E&UE. EN Enterprise is a platform company that runs across the whole group. And it focuses on being a one-stop shop for business transformations. It offers cloud, IoT, cybersecurity, recently AI as a service, and also sustainability as a service. All very important needs for our corporate customers. And when I say corporate, it's small corporate or big corporate. And we have been able to build these capabilities both organically and through acquisitions. We have acquired companies like Help AG, which is a regional cybersecurity company, or Glasshouse in Turkey, which is a cloud backup and business continuity operation, or build it in-house like Hyphen, which is a blockchain-based trading platform. EN Life is our consumer solution business. It's a very focused on platforms as well. So it doesn't only focus on one market, but across our markets. Digital content, we have StarZone, which is a leading TV on demand, linear TV platform. We have fintech, digital banks in the different markets we operate. And we have also acquired Careem, which is a big regional super app that offers a lot of services, including having a joint venture with Uber to provide ride-hailing in some markets. Then we move on to EN International. EN International is the area that looks after the 19 other telco markets outside the UAE, where we have a business mode of running these markets separately. So we are, to a great extent, decentralized, with the exception of procurement, carrier and wholesale and roaming. Most of our operations are done in the countries, and that gives our operations the freedom to compete effectively. And of course, we have recently ventured into Europe by acquiring a controlling share of PPF Telecom, operating in 4 markets in Eastern Europe. Finally, EN Capital, our disruptor-in-chief, and this is a VC fund that focuses on investments that either are complementary to our industry or have the potential to disrupt our industry. Example, Airalo, which is one of the biggest global travel eSIMs, which was one of our first and biggest investments out of that VC. So to recap, we have divided a telecom company into 5 companies. While they run separately to provide for agility and focus and accountability, they also share the synergies, communicate together, build on the strength of the customer trust that we have in these markets to do more. Have we done this transformation alone? Of course not. We also have amazing partnerships. We partner with the likes of Microsoft and AWS. We have the Global Telco Alliance, which we have formed with some of the leading operators in the different geographies. We work with the UNDP in ESG. We work with Qualcomm in edge computing. And we are announcing also here in MWC that we are putting an equity investment in Adona, which is the open AI platform that we are working with many operators here that was founded by Ericsson. So the big question is, are we delivering? In summary, yes. Revenues are up, profits are up, strong returns on our investments. We have new growth engines. And always the mindset is if you go into new things, it means that you cannot grow for a number of years. I think we were able to challenge that perception, and we're continuing to grow while we continue to invest in new businesses and new technologies. And also, we are constantly looking at our portfolio. So last week, we sold our share in a joint venture for data centers for $2.2 billion. We got almost a 3x return in 5 years. And you know what? We're taking that money and investing it again in other technologies, including also cloud and data centers. So our evolution into a true global technology group is happening. We were a telco. Today, I believe we are a Techco. We offer much more than the connectivity. Beyond our 20 telco markets, we are now in 38 markets offering digital services to millions of customers. We are now also, according to Brand Finance, the fastest growing brand in the world, and that encourages us to really continue on our path. Our journey is far from over. The story is still in the middle. By 2030, we hope to be accelerating growth further, expanding our footprint, diversifying the portfolio further, and we're going to be, by that, net zero in our home market and on track to be net zero across the entire group by 2040. So the industry was facing unprecedented challenges. It's an era that is defined by disruption, but we found that challenges is equal to opportunities. Telco to Techco wasn't just a shift, it was a full transformation of our business. We had to change perceptions, reshape the models, we have to build partnerships, all hard, but worth it. And I'm hoping with this story I'll inspire some of you to think again of your business model, perhaps also to find a way that we can work together to help the industry overall. It was a leap of faith. We saw it as a calculated risk. It took a lot of courage and ambition and a lot of hard work from the team, and I have a few of them here today. So thank you, team, for this. And simply put, in order to get more, you have to go for more. Thank you very much.